In this video, you're gonna learn my super secret, amazing way that I sell greeting cards to every kind of photography that I photograph, plus sometimes up to 4 different cards for one photo shoot. Yes, so let's just jump right in. If this is your first time here, hey, I'm Heather McKay. I'm a pricing and sales coach for photographers who want to sell products. That's what I love doing. And I've been a wedding photographer for 20 years. I do some portraits too, obviously. Holiday cards are a very, very important part of my process, my business. I sell holiday cards to everyone. Why hire me if you don't want me to do your holiday card? But guess what? There's so many more things you can do than just holiday cards. So that's what we're talking about today. It's a no-brainer to do, like, you know, so for example, being a wedding photographer, I'm gonna start with that. You get a nice family photo from the wedding, greeting card, right? That's pretty obvious. A lot of people do those, and I do flat one. And there's other videos on my channel about that. Super easy to do that. But obviously another one, family portraits. Okay, so these to me are pretty obvious. You would have thought of all these yourself. Pretty easy. Reunions, extended family photos, same thing. Pretty easy to do holiday cards, right? But what about newborns, birth announcements? If you are a newborn wedding, if you are a newborn photographer and you aren't offering these to your clients, you're missing out on huge sales potential. Newborn birth announcements are amazing. Why? Why would you have them do them themselves? Oh my gosh, yours will be a million times better. I'll just give you a bonus sales tip right now. This is how I sell them, okay? Super easy. First of all, mindset of a new mom is they are so busy with that new baby. They don't want to sit down and design their own card. I actually design this before the baby's born, especially if they'll tell me the name, like if they know what they're having. I'll design the whole card before that baby arrives. You will become their best friend if you do this for them before the baby's there. They don't have to make any decisions once they're trying to like figure out how to sleep with a newborn. My point is on selling them ahead of time is let them know. So I do mine as 5x, so I'm kind of giving you like a little insider tip here. I do mine as 5x7 flat cards for a reason. And I tell my clients this. Then they're getting a 5x7 newborn photo with no text or anything. Then what I do is I tell them, you send this to all of your people and they have a free 5x7. It's a way for you to have 5x7s for everybody because they could put this in a frame because there's no text on it. So first of all, it keeps my images looking good. I can't stand it when people do 4,000 photos on their card. So that's a selling feature. And I actually do the same thing for all of them. For all the holiday cards, I sell it the same way. I tell them, why put 45 photos on it? Like everyone can just stick that in a frame. Everyone you're sending it to is getting a 5x7 from you and you don't have to buy 5x7s from me. So it actually, the way I'm selling it is you're saving money, which is true because it's 50 5x7s or whatever it is. So photo on the front of the newborn close up because that's what it's all about. And then I usually put the family on the back. Okay, so that one's easy. That's a great one. Holiday cards, same thing, right? So here's kid number 2. This one we did as a folded card. So family, and actually kid number 3 is secretly in this photo. So do you see how my process goes? And this is the same client. So here's kid number 3, same thing. And then what gets easy when you have recurring clients like this one, I'm literally have a stack of, I should have counted, there's like 20 cards here, at least, from working with this client over the years. I'll show them all to you at the end. I'll go through and I'll show you everyone. But anyway, what's great about it is when they have the next kid, we know what we need. We know we need a close-up of the baby, and we know we need maybe the kids because the wife is like, yeah, I'm not getting in this photo this time, you know? And easy, so easy. And I'll have a little more fun with the back. I'll let them do fun design, like her sister-in-law does this amazing calligraphy, so she did this graphic for us. But we all collaborated on it. But it makes it so easy. And then another one we did was, this one's a fun one, Thanksgiving cards. Yep, I know, it's crazy. Her mom actually made fun of us too. Thanksgiving cards, so now we do these every year. But let's talk about a different kind of client. Let's get back to weddings, for example, because that's all newborns, right? Maybe you're not doing family photos. Save the dates. Save the date cards, another obvious one. Hopefully it's obvious, hopefully you thought about it, but you see how this is actually the same card from that newborn. Where did that newborn photo go? Here it is. This is actually the same design. I know. Don't tell them. So save the dates. But here's others, you know, I have lots of different save the dates. And again, just put all the details in the back. I'll even put their wedding website on the bottom for them so that they can mail it to their people and that people know where to find more information about the wedding. But again, it's just a photo on the front and the details on the back. Save the dates. Okay, so save the dates. Another thing you can do with weddings are thank you notes. Thank you notes. And there's a lot of different ways to design these. You just find something that you like. I usually try to leave them some space to write. Sometimes, you know, I'll put thank you on the front, like this one has thank you on the front. But, you know, it's great when they send you your own. Like, these are thank you notes that they've mailed me. So that's how I ended up with a sample of it. And yes, my logo is always on the back. And here's another one, same kind of thing. Simple photo on the front. They sent me the note on the, it was just blank on the inside. So we got some folded ones. This one was from their engagement photos. So again, think of all these opportunities with the one client. You've got engagement photos, thank you note, save the dates. So easy. And then you get the wedding, thank you notes, holiday cards. Like, there's 4 cards with just one client. So this one is a thank you note for the engagement photo, or we use the engagement photos for a thank you note. And you see how it's that same graphic from those other 2 cards, just a little boop of color. And it was just a little thank you for their bridal shower, for the gifts. So your clients love this stuff because then they don't have to go buy some off Etsy or they're mismatched. They all match. Sometimes I'll just make a logo for the couple and then they can use that forever. We did that once. I did some letterpress ones for a client. This one was really funny. It says, remember the key to a successful marriage is cultivating shared interests. So that's a wedding photo. And then we did engagement photos, trash to dress photos. Then we left a little space so they could do a thank you. And then this is them both drinking a pitcher of beer. At the end it says, thank you for supporting our journey together. End of story. So this was a cute little fun little card that we had a little more fun with because it was folded. So just keep in mind there's definitely things like that you can do. Again, high school seniors, announcements, thank you notes. All these different things. Same thing with newborns. If they have a bridal baby shower, you do thank you notes for the baby shower. You do birth announcements. You can do holiday cards from that same thing if you get a family photo after the newborn photos. There's a million ways you can use holiday cards and sell them to the same client throughout the year. You can sell them, over and over and over and over again. So now I'm just going to show you, I've shared with you my top tips there with holiday cards, how to sell greeting cards for anybody. But let me give you some ideas from this one client where we have all these cards. Literally, I'm just going to run through them really, really quickly. And if you like this kind of stuff and you're just like, oh my gosh, I never thought of doing XYZ, leave me a comment below. I want to hear what kind of cards you're selling. Maybe you're selling cards for a different way and I haven't thought of it. So share that below. I really want to hear what you say. And then if you're interested and you need help and you're like, oh my gosh, this is genius and I need the help doing this, then let me know because I have the profit amplifier down in the description. So I have a little program. It's an intro program for new clients only where I help you get your pricing and your product mix dialed in. You just sell to your clients with ease. What it does is actually my clients know I do all this stuff and they just ask me for them. I don't have to offer it anymore. They just ask because I show them on Instagram and I do them everywhere. So if you want help with that, that's what I do. I'm a business coach for photographers who want to sell products. Okay, so here's baby number 2, Evelyn, her newborn photos. Then we did thank you cards or Thanksgiving cards with baby number 2 at 6 months. This is baby number 3, her newborns. This was babies number 1 and 2, their holiday cards that first year. Here's babies 1, 2, and 3 holiday cards. We just did a little mini session and put the photos of them on the back. This is baby number 4. They finally had a boy, which is very exciting. So, you know, again, I always try to get the mom and dad in the photos. So that's baby number 4's newborn photos. Baby number 4 holiday photos. Actually, that's a Thanksgiving one. But hot tip, I take the photos before Thanksgiving, turn around the Thanksgiving cards, and I use the same photos for the Christmas cards. So we just switch it up. So I only have to go to their house once. So if you'll notice, this is the same outfit. I'm going to put this down for a second so you can see. Same outfit, black and white for the Thanksgiving card. And it saves me time. They love it. They love it. We get these, we do them the week of Thanksgiving. There's actually a little snow on the ground right there. And easy. So a couple Thanksgiving cards, and then we used just a different pose for the Christmas cards. That one's outside too. And all the kids. So this, we got them in a folded once they had so many kids. Okay, oh, this is one of my favorite ones. I wish this person would dress me. She like, her outfits for these kids are so cute. I love them. So cute. And so we just went to a little apple farm up the road, took a couple photos of the kids, end of story. So you see how easy it is to make them, just add them in. So here's another one. We did a Christmas photo shoot with all the kids, 5 kids now. And this is the Thanksgiving card, black and white. So then it doesn't matter if they're wearing red or maroon. Here's the Christmas card from the same year. So we just made it more Christmassy. Whereas this one is just them in their living room. So you can't see the Christmas tree, it's just off camera. So I'm doing the same photos, so it's one photo session, 2 different cards. And what's great is with this client, we've worked together for so long. I have tons of examples of selling them stuff on this channel, so dig around. But what's great about them is that we know ahead of time what we're doing. We talk about outfits, we talk about the card, we'll come up with color schemes. All that stuff is done before we even push the shutter. I'm gonna do a video on that. Here's their original one. This is from their wedding. So there you go, wedding photo Christmas card. That was the first card we ever did. Here's baby number 1, the first newborn photo. So that's another tip, is once you start something, just keep in mind you're gonna have to repeat it. If you have a repeat client, we always do this close-up photo of the baby on the front, and then we do a different back. Here's first birthday smash cake. We did a little photo shoot for the first birthday of the first kid. We haven't done this since. We both were like, that was not worth it. Thanksgiving card for the first kid. And here's the first kid again. Merry Christmas. So you see, it's one client and 42,000 cards, and it's only been 6 years. But we have all these. And I mean, honestly, it's kind of fun because we try to shake it up every year. We try to make it a little bit more interesting and do different stuff. So it keeps me creative with a business where I'm doing the same kind of thing all the time. And I use my creativity with this kind of stuff. And you can see my graphic design has gotten a little better. She knows how to make it look really great for what we need. And honestly, like when they had the 5th kid, I was like, oh, 5 under 5, how am I going to do this? But we nailed it, you know, because she knows how to help me now. And the oldest kid has done it so many times that Sydney, she's like my little helper now. So she's always like right there to do everything. I feel like I'm missing one. I'm missing one newborn one. I think the newest baby. It's just for me, I want like the whole collection. So that's just them. And then guess what? All 5 of these kids eventually are going to be high school seniors. So when the time comes, guess who's doing all their high school senior photos? Me. Guess what? We're going to do announcements and all the things from that. So it ties back into everything I talked about earlier on how there's 4,000 things you can do with different holiday cards. You've got save the dates. Like I said, you've got family photos. That's obvious. You can sell holiday cards. You can sell the guests at the wedding. This one is like the bride's aunt. Oh wait, no, this is her actual family, but there's one over here somewhere. Why do I still have all these? Here's another wedding thank you note. This one was just like I took they had a graphic for their invitations, like these flowers, and I just said, hey, send me that thing and I'll make you some thank you note. Yep, another thank you note, just simple thank you note. Again, we used a second photo on the back. More thank you notes. Just simple, right? Anyway, I can't find it, but you get the idea. Oh, here's some more save the date. This one was a little snowy one, and we just made it a little postcard. So it's a little less expensive for them to do a little postcard. This is one I used to do it like this. I don't do them anymore. Like I said, I like having a full photo on the front as a sales thing. It's like, I'm like, hey, you're mailing the copy of a 5x7 to everybody. So it's a free 5x7 for you. So they love that. This one is another little postcard we did, just super simple. Anyway, I can't find that one I was talking about. But anyway, when I do a holiday sale and I send it out to all my web galleries, and there's definitely tons of information on my channel about that kind of stuff and how I can make like almost 10 grand in a weekend, depending on how many weddings I had that year, just from extra sales from other people. So dig around and you'll find that video. But my point is, I do holiday cards during that, and a lot of the guests will order their own holiday cards because I'm taking pictures of not just the bride and groom with all these people, but I like to separate out like, oh, where's the aunt and uncle and their kids? Where's grandma and all her kids? Where, you know, if you take all those different photos, then that just means those people can also buy holiday cards from you. So hopefully this gave you some ideas. Boudoir might be the only one I can't think of why you would want to send, but maybe somebody, is doing CrossFit and they feeling hot and they want to send out their boudoir photos. Maybe that's the case for holiday. But again, that's my point. It doesn't have to be just holiday cards. I wanted to give you a million ideas for how you can do different cards. And then a really funny little story about this client where we do these Thanksgiving cards. Her mom actually trolled us. Her mom, when we sent out the first one, and this was my client's idea. I didn't even come up with the Thanksgiving card. The client did. Her mom got it and she's, well, what's next? A Groundhog's Day card? So I actually made a Groundhog's Day card, limited edition. I found a photo lab that would let me do just like 5 of them. And I took a photo of me and the bride, like silly photos. And like, I think it was an outtake from one of these other photo shoots. And we mailed her mom a Groundhog's Day card. And now I'm like, well, why not? I mean, Valentine's Day, and there's a freaking million holidays that you could do them for. So, but it doesn't have to just be holidays. Like I said, thank you notes are the next thing that's a no-brainer. Those are really popular. As you see, I have 42 versions of thank you notes here. But high school seniors and birth announcements, those are all the 4 different things that I do greeting cards for every session. I just want you to think through, like that's what I do with coaching, is think through what kind of photography do you do and how can you have just a few products that you think are cool. Like I love getting holiday cards. How do you have a couple products but you reposition it to every kind of photo shoot? So you don't have to have expansive price lists. You can have this really small price list. They're the same price for everybody, so it's easy for me to remember when I'm in the sales room how much they are. And then they're easy to design because 90% of them are these flat 5x7 cards. People love it that they're getting all these extra 5x7s. Like I sell 5x7s for $75 for one 5x7 for family portraits. So the fact that they're getting 50 to 100 5x7s plus it's a holiday card, it's a no-brainer when you tell them what the price is. They're doing the math of like, oh, ooh, I'm getting all these extra 5x7s in this photo we love. Perfect. So just think it through. Leave me a comment below. I want to hear how this helped. Or again, if you're doing cards for a different type of thing, I want to hear that too. If something I didn't mention, definitely share with us below. And if you're interested in breaking up your sales, check out that link down below for my Profit Amplifier program. Thanks for swinging by. I'll see you next time. Bye.